매력적인 입술 네가 내게 말을 걸 때마다 내 기분은 higher Girl what's your desire 네 심장은 paradise You're beautiful girl can't you see 다들 너를 질투해 걱정 마 girl can't you see 내 눈엔 늘 완벽해 Won't you call me when you get this? Yeah, 뭐 나도 내게 믿어.
Hey, welcome back to Class Culture. How are you doing? We are, let's just say, in flux for the rest of the year. I'm going for it, hearts ago. We're getting our 1 million views by the end of this year. I'm going for it. I feel productive. I feel good. Let's do this. Today's scripture, Genesis 2:13. But you know how we do. Since it's such a historical weekend, we're still on our Juneteenth high. It's still, let's just say, fresh. It's a new federal holiday, right? Happy Father's Day in real time, okay? I have a Father's Day video coming up. I'm trying to decide if I want to do it live. We'll see. And happy solstice. I am going to be recording that video after this. I just feel productive. When you feel productive, that's somebody trying to tell you something. And when I found this topic, I said, yeah, this matters to me right now in real time. It is what it is. Let's do it. I want this playlist to be rich, at least 20 videos of good, rich information. So what did I title this? Let me get all of my notes in order. I hope you're having a good day. I am. Shout out to the replay crew. Welcome to Class Culture. If you're new here, please subscribe, like, and share. We have lots going on. Hit any playlist that wets your whistle. Everything I put in the title is exactly what we're going to talk about. And today is Genesis 2:13. Then I hashtagged African Kingdom Church Pray Class Culture Black YouTube. Okay, so that's important to me. So people, you know, Hearts of Gold, we do a lot over here. So again, welcome to the newbies. It's important that I put exactly what I need to put in the title. Yeah, we speak English and we mean what we mean and we don't do subliminals. We got work to do. And Gigi Darling is going to be busy, busy, busy because I got 6 more months until the end of this year and I got a lot to do for us here in Class Culture. So if you want to read this verse, you can. Otherwise, you can click everything I have down below in the description box. Okay, we have, do I? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot, right? Let me see. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5 and 1, 2. Let's see, searches. So let me copy that. I got to be careful because I got a lot going on over in the tab of it all. Okay, so thank you for being here. I'm really excited. I got 5 whole hours of sleep, so I'm good. I just needed to start early because I have a haul today, and in order to do that haul in real time, I have to do this now. because I want to. At first, I scheduled it for tomorrow. I said, nope, that's Deirdre. You're just putting stuff off. So, I'm glad to be here. I love doing this a word every Sunday because that's lacking in the sense that anybody can read a verse. What is it talking about? And what we do over here in Class Culture, it's less religious, more spiritual, and more historical in value and informational and prideful. Because I have this conversation with a lot of people. It's like, well, you know, Africa's in the Bible. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, wow. Then I'll ask them, I'll say, where do you go to church? You know, because they don't know what I'm up to because they don't have that capacity to figure out what I'm saying in a question. And it's quite sad. Yeah, shout out to my parents. Shout out to my dad. You know, we think of our parents every day, right? But on special days of celebration, like later today, I'll be calling my sons. And I've selected, please, everyone, we are still in pandemic, even though we are emerging from it. Choose 2 people you haven't spoken to in the whole year and surprise them and call them. And I got my 2 people. So that's just some loving, nurturing, human decency advice. Call somebody and say, Happy Father's Day. Okay. Choose 2 people on your social media and DM them and say, hey, I just wanted to say Happy Father's Day directly to you. It makes, they'll talk about it for the next 5 years. Right? Connection. True. And be authentic. Don't call, hi, Father's Day, bye. You know, no. Let them talk. If they're in their 80s, let them talk. If they're 15, well, I shouldn't have went that young, but 20 and they're a new dad, let them talk, because it's hard being a dad. And if there's a dad out there that needs somebody to talk to and you're an atheist, guess what? You can still go to a church, and pastors, preachers, authentic ones with licenses and businesses and business licenses are bound to keep that private. Okay, let's hit it. Lots of pictures, lots of webbies. I love this subject. Let's do it. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure people are still going to be celebrating Juneteenth today, but today I've moved on. You know, it's Father's Day and all that good stuff. And I did a really good job over here in Class Culture for us as far as our content. When you come over here, you got it. You got it at your fingertips. But I am going to share this. Happy Father's Day to a fearless dad. Okay, we love the animal kingdom too, but it's Mother Africa, it's Father Day. Lions rule and roam in Africa. Beautiful, just golden. Isn't he golden? Yeah, the lion has a very spiritual meaning to Gigi, and it's a very private one. So I'll probably never tell that story time, but I think a lion means a lot to everyone. It's on royal crests, for goodness sake, you know. And when I saw this, you guys, it's majestic. So yeah, happy Father's Day. All right, so let me remove that beautiful, powerful being, and we're gonna keep him forever and ever. Okay, so what else do I have open for this topic? I don't think it's a lot, but it's a few things. It's a few things. Here you go. Okay, because why? We also spoke about journey. Now, obviously, Africa is on a different side of the planet, and that's a journey in our mind and in our heart. However, so is the Bible, isn't it? You're expected to think about what they're saying and to figure out what it matters to you, what they are saying. And we go back and think about the characters in the Bible and their morality tales. We also what apply to us and ours. Go, yeah, when I get this, or this is what I want, this is the goal I'm trying to achieve. We do it all the time. And this is the message I want to bring to you. Take your time. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. You can't obtain those 1,000 miles in one act. If you're trying to do that, that's called cheating. It's impossible. You're delusional. It can't be done. Stop. But what you can do is one step at a time. You will get there. Do you really think the author of a lot of the things that are found in the Bible was thinking about you? No, they were in the moment. And they hoped, and that was their goal and their ambitions, right? To have somebody in 2021 reading what they said. That's exactly how you should exist on planet Earth. Don't think about what you don't have. Take that step number one towards it. And you might even discover you don't even want it. And then the things you really want and the things that you really want to journey towards is the only thing that's going to matter to you. You can't even make bold stroking statements like, oh, I don't like this or that, when you haven't even tried this or that. Tell me after you tried this or that. And then you can move on to something else. But if I always ask people, oh, wow, so you had that and you didn't like it? They were like, well, no, I don't think I'll like it. I'm like, well, you haven't even tried it. Not a very productive conversation. Not a very positive situation. You're involving somebody in a conversation that's not positive and is very uncomfortable. Why waste your existence on this beautiful planet? Look at that picture. Go take a walk on Father's Day today. Take one every day. Okay. Yeah. So I wanted to bring that because I loved making that video. Everything is a journey. And you just have to embrace it, because along the way is where you find what you're looking for, not when you get there. It's along the way. And as long as you accept that, because that is true and factual, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. We are born to handle anything on planet Earth. We are engineered to live here. So let's hit it. That's kind of long, so I'm going to take it away. Thank you for being here. I just feel productive, and there's a reason. There's always a reason. And when it hits me, you guys, I am there. It's like, okay, I got to do this. This matters. I could have did it last week, but I'm like, nope, it is what it is. Okay. African kingdom in the Bible, African kingdom in the Bible verses. So those are the two searches. And it's really about the websites for me. We got 10 more days in June. That's it for this version of lesson, research, insight, sharing, community, culture, knowledge, because I'm going to move in a different type of, let's say, content. So I'm good. I'm good. You're good. I'm good. Yeah. I mean, imagine, you guys, I've been doing it for 8 months now. Now you have this and these tools. Now we're taking the next step. And if you're new here and you're like, oh, wait a minute, Gigi, I'm new here. Well, hit the replay crew. Go through all those wonderful, rich description boxes and get all those links of valuable information. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. It's forward at this point. And please do. Nobody shows up to college. They could open up every university on planet Earth and say, here, you'll get a degree if you pass all of these exams. It's impossible. So, yeah, don't cheat yourself is what I'm trying to say. It don't work that way. When you're serious about learning, some people aren't. All right, so African kingdom in the Bible. I'm being very careful because I don't want to pull up the wrong thing. And you don't need to see me because I want you to see this up close and in color. Now, when the pharaohs were embalmed, entombed, mummified, and all that other stuff, and they built the beautiful sarcophagus and the box and the beautiful gold and all after that, and then they decorated the walls and all of that, or what other paraphernalia they would put in there. They always provided evidence of who the people they saw that were involved in their life. And guess what? It's just like America. Look at all those cultures and those carvings and the colors and the wardrobe. And I am, you guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to pick a year. I've already decided. And I'm going to discuss it over in art and craft therapy because I'm going to hand make these garments. One year I'm going to dress like one thing. The second year, third, fourth, I'm doing it. It's because it's fun, and why not? Look at these beautiful images. And all I did was put African kingdom in the Bible and pull up images. Look at this. And then after time, the inks and the paints, everything you see carved in Egypt was painted. But I mean, goodness gracious, 4,000 years later, it's not going to stay there. They only stayed there in the tombs because why? They were encased inside the pyramid or any other underground structure where the elements didn't wear them away. Okay. Ooh, nasty. Now I just washed my hand, but I got a little nasty itch in the hand. Oh yeah. Now remember I told you guys that me and my mom were fascinated, I still am, with antiquity and ancient maps. Look at this. They hadn't even explored the rest. Oh, I'm gonna keep that one. I have to make sure it goes down there, yeah, because sometimes they don't show up. And we were just fascinated with it. Have you ever tried to read an ancient map? And this is one of my favorite pictures on planet Earth. If you pay attention to the intro and outro, that is Queen Sheba. Gorgeous. And I just wanted to share these images with you. Do your research. You figure it out because it's there. And then you can have good conversations with anyone who wants to engage about all the Africans and all the kingdoms on the continent of Africa that are in the Bible. Okay? Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. All of his robes, his scepter, his crown. Beautiful. Okay? So what's the next search? Let's do this. Yeah. Let me be careful. I'm laughing at myself, you guys, because I have all of my stuff for, my news and all that stuff open. It's like, no, they can't see that, child. Okay. So do I have the other one open? I don't even have it open, do I? I probably clicked it because I'm looking at other websites. Yeah, I'm going to have to enter it. Okay, so hit cancel. All right, so African kingdoms in the Bible verses. Copy. All right. Paste. There it is. Okay, now I can go in there. And I clean it up every day. It's just, I'm preparing for my next, project or subject matter I want to look at. And I always end up with 20 tabs open at once. One time I tried to maintain like 6 tabs. It wasn't enough. So when you put in African kingdom in the Bible verses, that's where now I can put this up here. found this one, and that's the one we're going to read via one of the links that I share. But it's very interesting because why? Because the Genesis is the first book in the Bible. It's not like it's buried, right? Or that you can't find it. It's in there. Okay? So there's so much more for you to indulge in. But as you saw, I'm not trying to make these like 1 hour videos. I'm trying to keep them as short as possible. I'm not rushing or anything, but it matters to me that you watch, you're comfortable, and know, oh yeah, I can fit that in. Or on a lunch break, at work. But this one I did not look at, and I would like to invite you to go look at all about the African Empire that the official in, that's a bad sentence, Acts 8:27. Oops, 27. Sorry. It's very interesting. Ooh. Check it out. Check it out. Okay. So I'm going to go back on the top. Let's look at the news. Okay. Let's look at the news. Now they're talking about the almanac, the BBC. Okay. On this day. Okay. So it's very interesting on what pops up, right? Bible translators, 20 Father's Day Bible verses to share with a faithful dad. I almost said father, same thing. Nice, right? That's how I get my news when I'm bored. That's y'all favorite word. I don't use it, but that's what you want to say, but I don't understand what that means. But yeah, CNN, Dead Sea Scroll fragments found in desert cave. Okay, so that's the end of that. Let's go into the websites. I mean, how can you be bored? There's no such thing. I won't do it. And if you're new here, thank you again for being here. Hit that thumbs up. Wherever you go on social media, just put in #ClassCulture and you will find Gigi Darling. All right. Let's get into the next thing. Which one do I want to look at first? I got to be careful. Okay. BibleKnowingJesus.com, Topics Africa. I didn't have to read all that, but I did. Okay. Let me see what it looks like. I think I closed some of these, you all. Nope, I didn't. Did I? Here it is. Okay. All right, I found it. Yeah, I got a lot open. That's how my mind thinks. When I go for something, I go for it, and I'm quick in the research department. You know what I mean? But I'm full. I have enough. I don't have to go any farther than where I am now in my tasks. Okay. So when you pull this up, I'll pull it at the top in a minute. I just wanted to start here. Here are more verses and scripture, if you will. Isaiah 20. Oh, sorry. There you go. No, I want to keep it here. Oh, it went away. Good. You know how they stalk me. It's ridiculous. I mean, how many times do you have to say no? Okay, I hope you can see all that. Let me make sure. They got to sneak an ad in there, child. It's ridiculous. All right. Isaiah 18:1. Okay. Alas, O land of whirring. I think it's like swirling or whirling, like winds, twist wings, like flapping. You know what I mean? Which lies beyond the rivers of Cush. Okay. Isaiah 23. And the Lord said, even as my servant Isaiah has gone naked and barefoot 3 years as a sign and token against Egypt and Cush. So you can delve into more, into the meaning and the purpose and the focus of the verses, but that's not what we're doing. We're just proving a point. Africa is from book 1 to the end. I mean, come on. And Africans. Okay. Isaiah 24. So the king of Azria, I always say it wrong, will lead away the captives of Egypt and the exiles of Cush, young and old, naked and barefoot, with buttocks uncovered, wow, to the shame of Egypt. Well, sounds like they're enslaved, right? Mm-hmm. Isaiah 25. Then they will be dismayed and ashamed because of Cush, their home, and Egypt, their boast. I mean, it's sort of kind of taken out of context because these are stories, but the point is they're talking about what? Cush and Egypt. And that's on the continent of Africa. Isaiah 37:9. When we heard them say concerning that word, king of Cush, I'm not going to mess up his name. He has come out to fight against you. And when he heard it, he sent messengers to that place. Okay. And the last one, Isaiah 43:3. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. I have given Egypt as your ransom, Cush and Seba, in your place. So it goes on and on. And I mean, really, please tell me you already knew that. You can say, well, now I do, Gigi. Okay. So here, this is a great website. It's bible.knowing-jesus.com. 21 Bible verses about Africa. The book of Esther is a big one too. Now it took place in the days of that word, and that word again, who reigned from India to Ethiopia. So the book of Esther is a goodie. Okay. And it says Esther 1:1. Get into that. The first book and verse, right? And Esther probably did not look like that, but I'm not here to argue that point. You know me. I have to dissect it, and if my eyes aren't believing it, I have to call it out, yeah. All right, so look, what's the next one? Wow, I didn't know I was that far into my research. I can always tell because I'll put my StreamYard after my research, and then I'll have 10 things opened after that. I'm quick. I'm quick with it. So let's go to the portrayal of Africa and Africans in the book of Jeremiah. Now, you know we've already covered that, but it's okay. Let's take a peek and see what it's giving us today on this worship day of Sunday. Now, you can worship every day. You don't have to wait just on Sunday, just to let you know, right? Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, this is working out. I like it. And I'll probably do a words through the end of the year. I figure 6 months is enough. And then that it'll butt up to what? A Vlogmas, right? So yeah, I'm happy. All right. Identification of Africa and Africans in the book of Jeremiah. And we already went over, that before. Okay. Cush was mentioned several times. And again, this is me offering this to you. It's down below in the description box. And you get to research and feed your mind, your brain, your soul with the rest of the article. So I'm not going to, it's just words. I'm not going to read all that. Cush was mentioned several times in terms of geographical location and as persons' names in the Bible or the book of Jeremiah. Debates still exist among scholars as to whether Cush refers to Africa. I don't know who would, but anyway, they felt the need to write that. A lot of people are ridiculous. You know what I mean? I am of the opinion that where Cush is used in the entire Old Testament, it refers to nowhere but Africa and persons of African ancestry. I'm not going to go any further with that because we already know that. But, I don't, maybe it's someone that's 12 And it's their first time. They've never heard of it, and that's okay. Africa and Africans are mentioned more than 1,417 times in the Bible, right? And here they give you like names that were used for different locations. And then it says Egypt was mentioned more than 740 in the Old Testament. I mean, come on. I don't care if there's societies or situations or eras where they wanted to whitewash it. That's not the point. Who cares what they're doing? If I'm standing next to you, then I'm there. I don't need you to be in a book to convince me that. I'm so glad my mom taught me that too, you guys. So I'm going to pull up here just to let you know. It's cite.org. Minimal on imagery, packed with good virtual information. This is excellent research or work you have to cite, CITE, for any project that you might want to work on, because look, they break it down. See, look at the titles. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? Boom. Right? Good stuff. Right? An African prince. Ooh, good reading. Enjoy. And this is always here for me too. I can come back and read it myself as well. That's what I'm doing. It's sort of like I'm making a little depository, and you guys get to peek in on everything I look up and use along my journey of filmmaking. Right? It all ties in. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. So what's the next thing? It's CB International. Okay. Make sure I get the right one because I got a lot of stuff open. Yep, I see it. I like when that. See, this is very useful because we're picking. It's the software, StreamYard. You get to go in and share. But the tabs that have the pictures and the icons, it matters because then we can pick the right one without looking crazy in front of you guys. So here, Hidden Africans of the Bible in Early Church. Because to be honest with you guys, when I was growing up, I would get bored because you're a little girl in church, and my mom knew that. So she found a way to keep me entertained. So she would say, read this, read this verse. And depending on what it said and what it was about, if I didn't like what the pastor or whoever was up there talking about, her and I could talk about it later. So for me, I always felt a little special, like, oh yeah, I don't have to listen to what they're doing. I'm talking to my mommy. I'm with her. We're doing something together, even though we weren't. But, she had to, keep her little girl occupied. Isn't that cool? So yeah, just because you're in church and that person says turn to this page, if you have somebody that's a little restless, if you're an adult and you're a little restless, turn to one of these. Right? All of these verses you get from this research down on a little, sticky. Put it in your Bible. If you get bored, read it. Okay. Africa in the Old Testament. We read in Genesis that one of the rivers, and that's what we're going to talk about, of Eden. Okay, let's now we're getting serious. Okay. We read in Genesis that one of the rivers of Eden ran around the whole land of Cush. That's in Africa. And another encircled the land of that word. I've tried Havilah. That yielded gold, onyx in that word. And that's Genesis 2 through 13. And we're just going to hit 13. These products, now those are treasures, right? Ooh, adventure. These products were found in antiquity, principally in the area which is known as Sudan. If the Tigris and Euphrates rivers are located in Babylon, then there is a good reason to believe that Eden lay in Africa. We are now told that the oldest human remains also can be traced back to Africa. This has absolutely nothing to do with religion. This is valuable information. Enjoy. They have more. Look at all of these verses. Crazy, right? There's Moses' wife. We already hit that topic. Accordingly, we read the journeyed to the entrance of D.A.R.E to the east side of the valley to see pasture for their flock. Aren't you traveling in their mind and trying to picture it and put it together in your mind as you read these things? Of course you are. That's how we're programmed. That's what we do. We try to figure stuff out. Okay? So it's a lot. And it is beautiful. Persons of African descent appear to have taken an active role in Israelite social and political life. Yes, it's just like America. All of us are here together. The bride in Song of Solomon is black and beautiful. A Cushite who possessed tact, discretion, and a high position in the royal court appeared as a trusted courtier sent to tell David news of that person's death. I mean, I can keep going, you guys, but we have to stop it somewhere. Enjoy. That's down below. Good information. So what's the next one? All right. The Patriots. There we go. And that one is the last one. Nice. Okay. Let's do this. This is just, and you know I go back. You know that, right? I've got my cup of tea here. And you know I go back and get it in before I just sort of pack it away on my playlist. And it's even fun too, you guys, because I can't remember where I put everything, you guys. But of course I can hit this playlist and look at all the description boxes, go, yep, that's the one I want. You know, this is such a fun website. I can't even tell you. African countries in the Bible, let the map speak. News, business, columns, analysts, arts, feature, farming, etc. Okay, look at that map. I'm sorry, I grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Okay, prior to 83. I left in 83. And we have an Upper Peninsula. I'm sorry, but Arabia is like the East Peninsula. They want to be separate, but you're not. I'm sorry. That's why they came up with Middle East, you guys. It means, in my mind, and you can debate me if you want, Arabia is a part of Africa. Isn't that obvious? Okay. I just had to say that. But anyway, you know, it's a huge fight. Trust me, I grew up in Michigan. I have heard this conversation a million times over. My mother had many friends who were Arab, and they would have that conversation. Some of them say they're African, some of them say they're black, some of them are absolutely opposed to that. Whatever, we don't care. We just know what we know, and that's it. Okay. It's a great conversation, right? So let's go. Again, it's called The Patriot, and it's Zimbabwean. I'm sure I said it wrong, but Zimbabwean, right? And then here they have nice short sentences and arguments and good stuff. Before the Second World War, the whole region now called Middle East is known as here Northeast Africa. It's a peninsula. Get over it. They African. They just I don't know. Some people like being prejudiced or whatever, or feel like it's less than. No, just get over it. That's like the Upper Peninsula fighting us, going, we're not Michigan. Yes, you are. Stop it. Okay. This is the land of Africa where Abraham lived for 10 years and married Hagar, the Egyptian. Abraham's wife was African. I mean, really. So yeah, I just like, it's like point after point after point after point after point. You know, they are Africans, not white. Yeah. Okay. So what's next? Yeah, last but not least. Now I have something. No, that doesn't belong there. So let me do this. Let me make my copy. And I enjoy this, and it matters, and I can't wait for the day when it's like the whole tamale is all on one plate. But this is the process, and didn't I promise you that? When my first video I ever made said this is all about what I need to do and how I need to do it in real time, in front of you and with you. And you can come along the way, because you can get something else out of it, and it will benefit you, and you are that much more enriched. That's my new word. Don't ask me why I'm hooked on it. Enriched. It is what that is. Okay, so let's get the last one. All right, so let me see. Let me see. Is that the right one? Yeah, I'm just being careful. Yeah, there's a globe as a tab. I like to start exactly what I need to talk about, and then I'll pull it up to the top. Let me just make sure you're looking at it too. Yes, you are. Yay. Okay. So let me bring this down. All right. In Genesis 10, Nimrod, son of Cush, which means black, founded a civilization in Mesopotamia. In Genesis 11, Abraham was from of that place, a land whose earliest inhabitants included blacks. The people of the region where Abraham came from can be proven historically and archaeologically, I hope I said that right, to have been intermixed racially. This ain't nothing new. So it is possible that Abraham and those who traveled with him could have been racial. They are. Okay, so I'm fighting with an article. Just get out of here. So that was the Old Testament. Okay. So which one? Okay, here. I'm just reading the top one. I believe it can be argued that there is a black presence in the Old and New Testament, but either way, what is certain is that the Bible teaches that God has made all people of one ancestry. Humans. We're humans. All humans. That's why I think it's against the Bible to be racist and prejudiced. Oh, I took it there. Miss me. You can't be Christian. That sentence says it right there. All humans, male, female, black, white, red, yellow, and brown, are God's children. They are all made in the image of God for salvation through Jesus Christ. So there it is. Have a nice day. Now I'll pull it up so you guys can see. Remember, we were talking about the evidence. So there's some more evidence. And then we were, give me a second. Yep, more evidence. Evidence of Black Africans in the Bible by Dan Rogers. This navigation over here is fantastic. Here they talk about theology, and then you can hit, let's just hit this one. It doesn't matter. And that, you know, you don't have to enroll. You can just read what they're saying and go, wow. And then you can go to the free Googles and get your curiosity on. Okay. So let me get out of there. I don't want that. I want to get back up here. Okay. And here's a thesis. Okay. So you can get your nosy on if you want. You know, just, oh, see, you have to be in there. So you don't have to sign up, but I'm just nosy. That's how I learn. And you go as far as you can, and then that's it. Okay. Now let's look at the actual verse. All righty. And no, I did not open that because I had so much open. I said, no, I can do that in real time. Why not? I'm just making sure, you guys. I'm going to do happy summer solstice. I'm going to do a solstice video as well. I'm not going to do it in real time because then I'll get too distracted. And we have fun. I think we have more fun doing other things live. These videos live forever, and it might throw people off. You know, when you make programming, you have to make it fit, and it has to be cohesive. You know, you can't put something in your title and then jump from one topic to the next. That video is not viable. It can't live for the next 5 years. You know what I mean? And that's what we're working on. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I closed it. Shame on Gigi. Okay. All right. So Bible Gates. Yeah, for some reason I didn't have it open. What is wrong with me? So I'm going to add it now. Copy. Yeah, I forgot it. Shame. For shame. Paste. Okay, now let's hit it. And see, a lot of people don't go to church. A lot of people don't like church. A lot of people love religion. And a lot of people love scripture. That's why I'm doing these a word. At least you can come over here in Class Culture and get your word. You could use one of these videos and spend the whole year just on clicking and viewing all the research and the pages I'm giving you. And that's my point. Or, you know, every Sunday, you'll click on one of these videos and you can just listen and learn. And then you can read the scripture in the Bible in your hand or in your cell. You know what I mean? Okay, in Genesis 2:13, it says, and the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it, the compassed, I think compassing, like a compass in your hand, the compass the whole land of Egypt, meaning it surrounded the whole land. You know how it is. You're going to find a word that's very, it lives in antiquity, but you know what it means. It means it's surrounding it. And we already looked that up. And here it is. And the name of the second river is Gihon. Oops. The same it is that circles the land of Egypt, Africa. So the name of the river is Gihon, and it flows around Ethiopia. Right? Cool. So this is Biblegate, and I like it for, you know, you can punch in. Remember it had 10. Okay. So you look at 10. It's saying it's distracting me, my computer. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden. So the Garden of Eden is on the continent of Africa. And from hence it was parted and became into 4 heads. That I'm a river person. I grew up in the Great Lakes, and I live in San Francisco, so I always have to be around water. So when I read good things like that, I'm connected to planet Earth. I'm an element walking around planet Earth, and I love that verse. It's beautiful, right? Okay, so yeah, the beginning and now, Mother Africa in the Bible, right? It's beautiful. So I'm just making sure that I got everything, and I'm copying it, and you get to see this in 30 minutes. So shout out to the present, shout out to the future, which is your present. Thank you for being here. If you're new, if you want to ask me a question, you want to join me live, if you want to shoot me an email, I have a business phone down below in the description box. Please do. I keep everything private. If you want to be interviewed on my channel, don't wait for me to ask. Let me know you're available. I'm on Instagram. Okay. For the next 6 months, I'm pushing all of my social medias. Trying to get them beefed up. I'm on Twitter. Okay. That's the physical web address, and then Twitter, Deirdre H. Wells, Instagram, physical web address, the handle, Deirdre H. Wells, Jetkovic. My name is right below, right in front of you, and Facebook as well. Because why? We record over there live. I am a true vlogger and we record over there live. So sometimes you don't want to be on YouTube. You can watch me on Facebook. And that's Deirdre Helena. Okay? So very, very cool. And again, one more time, to find me anywhere, you know, because I hear people say, oh, this is how her name spelled. You don't have to do that. Just Classical Culture. And boom, I pop up instantly. I even pop up on Queen Charming, but one thing at a time. I'm not trying to be overbearing here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay. I'm getting used to this in my calendar of things I have to do. And I'm there. I'm there. I started it, 4 weeks ago, and I'm very happy. This is a part of my platform, and this is content that you can come over here, and it does make you feel like a part of a conversation. We demonstrate over here. We speak factually. We don't have to always agree, but we speak factually until you can show me otherwise with receipts, good research. Share something with me. Oh, wow, I saw that you covered this subject. Look at this. Let me know in an email. Can you cover that? And I will get to it. Just be patient. Thank you for all the comments. Welcome new subscribers. I appreciate you so much. I think you're going to like it here because we do go over to my information page. We do more than one thing over here. And that's, I did that on purpose because I want my channel to look exactly like my life. I'm not just one thing. You can't, you'll go insane. You feel bad if you try to do one thing all the time. No, sir. No, ma'am. So join me in real time for all of my videos. Hit all the reminder buttons for the upcoming shows. And that's it for this topic and today's scripture. Enjoy it. Mother Africa is the beginning, has been the journey, is the now, and I don't think it will ever end. Have a good day. See you soon. Bye.